So, uh, wait, let me just adjust the camera a little bit. There we go. So, I got this Fortnite figure for Christmas last year, and I don't really play Fortnite, so I don't really know this guy's name. But as someone who plays with toys, and as someone who plays with this guy a lot, I've created my own identity for him, so I'm about to share that. Who is this guy? What is the identity I've given this guy? So, this guy is the Christmas Tree Man, and I am going to tell you the story of how he became the Christmas Tree Man. And just generally about him in general. I've not quite come up with the full story of how he became Christmas Tree Man, but I do have the general idea. So, not much is known about this guy's early life. One thing I do know about him is he's a space nomad. He's kind of, I guess, a wanderer who kind of just wanders around the cosmos, doing his own thing. He doesn't really live in one place. Also, another thing about Christmas Tree Man, he's very powerful. He doesn't know much about his origins or, his ancestry or lineage. All he knows is that he was brought into this world. He remembers his parents not looking like him, so he was likely adopted. And he's just generally very powerful. He can survive in the cold vacuum of space. He can fly. He can shoot really powerful ki blasts, and he almost has like demigod level powers, and he's really powerful and OP. And he just rolls with it. He has fun with it, and tries to use his powers to help people for the greater good. But he generally just likes wandering around and just sightseeing. He's he appreciates the little things in life, and he's just generally this Christmas Tree Man. He's a very cheery guy. He's very cheery. He always tries to see the bright side and stuff, and he's generally very forgiving. And despite him being kind of buff and pretty powerful, he's not very confrontational. He's very friendly. He's only really confrontational when he has to, and even fighting. Whenever he's fighting, he enjoys it. Now, this guy's real name, I've not come up with that yet. But basically, what happened? One day in Christmas, flipping Krampus. So if you don't know Krampus is the opposite of Santa Claus. Santa Claus gives presents to kids on the good list. Krampus gives presents to kids on the naughty list. Basically, Krampus wanted to wreak havoc on Christmas. He wanted to do more than just beat the kids that are on the naughty list. He wanted universal domination. And of course, Santa Claus didn't want that. So Santa Claus got his elves to try and stop him, but he still needed more help. That's when he came across Christmas Tree Man. He summoned him in, and he bestowed him with, well, the Christmas tree outfit that he's wearing now, and with his god level powers. Santa Claus seemed to know about this guy. He seemed to know about this guy's lineage and what this guy was. Although Santa Claus decided not to tell him, he did seem to have an understanding of exactly what this guy was and where his ancestry was from. He seemed to know, wow, this guy's really powerful. So he gave him the Christmas tree outfit, like this guy requested. He wanted to dress up like a Christmas tree and become Christmas Tree Man. And also, he bestowed him a weapon. It's a candy cane weapon, I guess. This magical relic that suits his powers perfectly. Christmas Tree Man usually now wears this on his back. He can pull it out, or he can teleport it from his back and phew, it'll just teleport in his hands. Also, Christmas Tree Man, he can throw this, it'll come back to him, or he can throw it. Instead of having to wait for it to come back to him, he can just make it instantly teleport in his hand. Also, he can throw it, and then he can teleport to where the candy cane is. It's pretty OP, and also he can use the channel and ki blast to shoot at enemies to make even stronger ki blasts and whatnot. And yeah, that's the weapon that Santa bestowed upon him. So, first in was one of Santa's former elves was wreaking havoc. So Christmas Tree Man went to sort it out. They got into a little fight, and this elf that was wreaking havoc, I have a toy of him who I will get into in another video, like another day probably. But yeah, he fought this elf that was wreaking havoc, and after that, he was like he let the elf go. He kind of felt like, okay, you can stop. After he defeated him, the guy flew away. Then the next point was Krampus, and it turned out the elf that he fought also was trying to stop Krampus. So they ended up teaming up. They fought Krampus. It was a really, really tough fight, but they managed to beat him. Only to find out that that wasn't even Krampus's true form. So when Krampus revealed his true form to them, it turned out that was a great plan. That was a greater part of Santa Claus's plan. So then Santa Claus was like, "You guys, you guys just watch. I'll handle Krampus in his true form." Then Santa Claus brought out his true form, and him and Krampus fought, and that's how Christmas Tree Man and some other people helped save Christmas, and that's also how Christmas Tree Man became Christmas Tree Man. So now he just wanders around the cosmos, dressed as a Christmas tree. He doesn't really shower much. Many people around him say he stinks. But the elf that was wreaking havoc, he made a friend in him. He made a friend in him. Also, with this thing that Santa Claus gave him, Christmas Tree Man now also had the ability to summon reindeers that he could ride on a sleigh with. Using this, he could summon them anytime. They would instantly go to wherever he is. And yeah, that's Christmas Tree Man for you. So yeah, and he still lives as a space nomad. And yeah, that's pretty much Christmas Tree Man. So that's the identity I've created for this guy. He's one of my favorite characters that I've come up with so far. I think he's really cool. He's just really powerful space nomad. He likes fighting, and he has a really cool weapon. He's still very cheery no matter what's happened to him, but he's also very battle smarts and street smarts. And yeah, it's Christmas Tree Man. I really like this guy.